Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Your time is precious, and my time is precious. That's why I'm committing myself to making shorter videos. I will make sure that these don't go over 15 minutes unless I feel that there's something that is so important that it takes more than 15 minutes to put the point across. This will also be great for me personally because it will force me to be much more efficient and concise in the way that I communicate. Next, I owe you all an apology. And I owe special thanks to my cousin, Maxwell Finn. I put a comment on Facebook in regard to an article I had read. This article had reported, I thought, that President Barack Obama had called Vladimir Putin a jackass and a dick. And I put a comment on Facebook saying that it was an outrage and that it was unacceptable, that we should all be mad. I don't remember the exact wording that I wrote. But the point was, I hadn't realized that the article was a satire, which my cousin Maxwell Finn was kind enough to let me know. Thankfully, before I put a video out, getting further into it. So I apologize again, and Max, thank you very much. I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that, as I've said before, I'm not going to pretend that I'm perfect. From time to time, I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to get wrong information, etc. I might gaffe. On occasion, too. I know that I do. And so I want you to know that I'm sorry every time I do make a mistake, and that every time you catch me in a mistake, I'm going to come clean and say, yes, that was a mistake. And I'm going to apologize, and I'm going to correct that mistake. I don't think that a lot of politicians do that. So I want to tell you that this is actually an excellent quality of mine, that when I make a mistake, I admit it, and I correct my ways. Next, moving on, now that I've got that out of my chest, off my chest, you see I gapped there, but I was able to tell you about it. One of the representatives of Colorado, his name is Cory Gardner, wrote a letter to the Department of Justice asking why it was okay for them to overlook the fact that Colorado and Washington have broken federal marijuana laws by legalizing marijuana in their states. And he said, if it's okay for you to overlook those laws that they've broken, can the states nullify Obamacare? Now here's the answer to those questions, the proper answer of the questions. I don't know exactly what the Department of Justice is going to say in their attempt to justify what their stance is, but here's what I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. If federal law ever violates the Constitution or your individual liberty, the state not only has the authority, but it also has the obligation to nullify that law. We have the right here in our respective states to nullify the federal marijuana laws because if you want to smoke marijuana, you should be allowed to do it. It has medicinal properties, and used responsibly, it doesn't hurt you. Next, regarding healthcare and Obamacare, and why we must nullify Obamacare. I've talked to you about this one before many times, but in a nutshell, it imposes a heap of taxes on us at a time when the economy is already bad, and evidence constantly reiterates to us that times of high taxes drive the economy down. Times of tax decreases bring the economy up, so long as the government is also spending properly, and not spending too much, cutting its spending. You see, I gapped again. whatever. It's going to happen from time to time. Next, I want to officially and publicly endorse Paul Hummel for Mercer County Freeholder. And I want to tell you that if you don't live in Mercer County or New Jersey even, or the United States of America even, you got to send this guy some money and help him get elected as the Mercer County Freeholder, and here's why. This is a guy who wants to reduce debt. This is a guy who wants to reduce property taxes. This is a guy who believes that the government should be transparent. This is a guy who is deeply concerned with the record-breaking violence in Trenton. And in contrast, presently we have a bunch of Democrats working for our county who are overlooking the violence in Trenton, instead conducting month-long investigations on nonviolent pot smokers in safe towns. They're driving up our property taxes like crazy. It's not only the municipalities and it's not only the school boards that are jacking up taxes, it's also the counties, and Mercer County is absolutely no exception there. So vote for Paul Hummel for County Freeholder, and if you can't, then send some money his way. That's all that I have to say today, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few quick reminders before I finish here. First of all, tomorrow we're going to have a huge rally calling for reforming New Jersey's marijuana laws. I just spoke a few seconds ago about how important that was. Well, here, Sunday, in front of the State House in Trenton, at 3 o'clock, all of us are going to gather and speak about this. I'll be speaking there, and my running mate, Don Bazarn, will be speaking there, and several other honorable people will be speaking there as well. So make sure you come. And bring all your friends, bring your neighbors, bring your coworkers, and bring your family. Next, make sure that you have this bumper sticker. Make sure all your friends, everybody you know, make sure everybody you know has several of these. They don't only belong on your cars, they belong wherever you can put them, to spread the word about Bazarn and O'Connor. Next, make sure you have plenty of these for yourself and for everybody that you know. These are great because they outline our platform. They outline our plan and vision for an improved New Jersey. And you'll note that in contrast to what the Democrats have provided and what the Republicans have provided, I misplaced that one, I'm sorry. What we offer is detailed, specific, and has long-term ideas in mind. Now, also make sure that you are registered to vote. If you're not, I'll give you as many of these as you need so that your friends are also registered to vote, and your family and your neighbors, etc. I want to remind you that next Saturday we're having an ice cream fundraiser, and from 5 o'clock to 10 p.m. at Scoopers in East Windsor. It has the best vanilla ice cream I've ever had, the best soft vanilla ice cream and the best hard vanilla ice cream. So make sure you go and have some and enjoy some. And just a month from next Saturday, we are going to be holding a rally calling for the abolition of the Common Core State Standards Initiative, which is the set of educational standards here in New Jersey. They're bad. They discourage critical thinking, they discourage out-of-the-box thinking, and they take say away from parents, they take say away from teachers, from administrators, and the school board. So we've got to reform education and fix it. So we'll be having a rally calling for that in front of the State House on October 14th, 2013. I'll tell you more about it in the coming weeks. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. May God bless the state of New Jersey, and may God bless America.